This video covers how to return orders. Specifically, we'll be doing a full return on an eyeglass order without insurance. Our patient only realized they had insurance after the order was delivered. We'll return the difference as credit, then show you how to copy the existing order, apply insurance, update the service date, then refund any remaining credit, and we'll look at reporting on returns. Let's get into it. From the patient's profile, select Material Orders on the left. On the Material Orders screen, select the Invoice tab, because only invoiced orders can be returned. Locate the order you want to return. Open the Actions drop-down menu and choose Return. Note that to return an order, you'll need the Security Access option on your account. If you don't have access, a temporary override window displays, allowing another user with access to enter their username and password and give you temporary access. The order sale detail list opens for that order. To do a partial return, check the box next to that item in the list. If returning a contact lens order and the patient is returning part of the order, select the quantity to return. For example, if the patient ordered 4 boxes of contact lenses and is returning 2, select 2 as the quantity. You can also select the Full Return Without Exam button to return all the materials on the order without including the exam, in the event the patient does not have an exam benefit. In this example, we're doing a full return including the exam, so we'll select the checkbox at the top in the header. This selects all items on the order. Then, select the Return button. The Return Order window opens. Choose the reason from the Return Reason drop-down list. It's important that you choose the correct reason for the return for tracking purposes. If displayed, select the Inventory Return option. Depending on your selection, items may be added or removed from your inventory. Speak with your administrator to learn more about what occurs with each inventory return option and what your company's specific process requires. In this example, our company requests that we select Return to Inventory, which will add this item back into our inventory. You may also be required to add further information in the Return Notes and Inventory Return Notes fields. Next, select the Refund method. Select Refund to refund the amount back to the patient. Credit will add the amount as a credit to the patient's account. In this example, we'll select Credit, which will be used to pay for any out-of-pocket costs after applying insurance to the new order. When ready, choose the Return button. The status of the order is now returned, and the invoice status is either partial return or full return as appropriate. Any amount the patient paid out of pocket is added to the patient's available credits, which can be seen at the top of the Material Orders screen. Recall that our patient is returning this order because they didn't realize they had insurance. Before we do anything else, we'll make sure to add the insurance information and add an eligibility for the items that they originally ordered. Now, we're ready to create a new order. On the Material Orders screen, select the Actions drop-down for the returned order and select Copy. Select the authorization that was added and choose the Submission method. Copying an order brings in all the selections from the original order except for the lab. Open the lab tile and make the appropriate selection. Then continue to Summary. On this screen, we'll look closely at the lab tile. Because this patient's eyeglasses have already been manufactured, we'll uncheck the lenses and extras in Lab to Make. Remember when we selected Return to Inventory as our Return Inventory option? We'll leave the frame checked so the return frame comes back out of our inventory. Verify in the frame tile that the frame source is store enclosed. To ensure the lab does not manufacture anything for this order, we'll also add specific instructions for them not to make this order. Ensure that the resource selection is correct. The person who created the original order should be selected so any commissions and productivity go back to that person. When ready, continue to pricing. We'll price the order and add our exam, which was not copied from our original order. Then we'll add insurance. When ready, click Save an Invoice, and the Generate Invoice screen appears. The total saved message in the top right shows you the total amount the patient is saving after discounts and insurance are applied. If necessary, we can update the service date on the screen. While our transaction still occurs on today's date, updating the service date ensures the information on the insurance claim is correct. By default, any patient credit is applied to the order first. Because our patient has enough credit to cover this order, we'll click Save and then process our order now. And because we've already delivered this order to the patient, we can mark this order as delivered. Now, let's refund our patient's remaining credit. On the patient's material order screen, under Credit, click Refund Credit. Just like returns, you'll need the security access option on your account to provide a refund. Another user with permissions can give you temporary access with a temporary override. The refund credit window appears and lists the patient's available refund amounts for each payment type that was applied to the original order. The total amounts you enter is shown in the refund total field, which must equal the refund amount. If the refund note field displays, enter the reason for the refund. Enter the amount to refund. Note that the payment type will match the original payment type. You can also select Mail by Check to send the patient a check. Then click Refund. The receipt for the credit refund opens in a new window. Another satisfied customer. Now let's take a look at reporting on returns. From the Reporting menu, choose Standard Reports. Note that to run these reports, you'll need the appropriate security access option on your account. From the Sales Reports menu, find the Refunds and Adjustments report. This report lists the refunds or adjustments made within the date range you specify. Select Refunds, and then you can filter the report by refund type and payment type. From the Patient Reports menu, find the Required Note Audit report. If notes are required by your company, this report allows you to list and print all required notes entered for remakes, returns, adjustments, refunds, and/or miscellaneous payments during a time range you select. You can choose to print notes recorded by a single resource or by all resources. From the Accounting Reports menu, locate the Customer Credit Report, which shows customer credits that were added or removed in the system within a specified date range or month and year. It can also be filtered by office. This report should be run daily to investigate why credits have been added to customer accounts. And that's all about returning an order.